I finally found that Seafoam Buttercream recipe, but if I make it, it might lose its power. It's a real dilemma. Ahoy there, Marina. What's got you all in a seaweed twist? You can breathe underwater if you're near a mermaid. The Seafoam Buttercream frosting can only be made once, and whoever tastes it becomes bound by a promise to protect the sea and its creatures forever. Protect the sea, you say? That sounds like a noble cause. But what's the dilemma then, my fishy friend? I've always wanted to share the recipe with everyone and let its magic spread. But I worry that if I do, it might not be special anymore. The classic dilemma of sharing something magical with the world. But remember, Marina, magic is meant to be shared and enjoyed. You're right, Captain. I shouldn't keep this magic to myself. I'll make the Seafoam Buttercream frosting and share it with all who wish to experience this deep brown sugar flavor in a cloud of Swiss meringue buttercream. That's the spirit, my friend, and if you're ever in need of a pirate's help in spreading the magic, you know where to find me. And these eggs I found in the old shipwreck over there will make the frosting oh so fluffy and light. Thank you, Marina. This is exactly what we need to make this delicious Seafoam Buttercream. So the first step is to separate the eggs. We here at Val's Looney Kitchen separate them outside the bowl. That way, if a yolk happens to burst, it doesn't ruin the whole batch of 7 egg whites. And I'm using my metal mixer bowl because it doesn't hold onto the heat as much as my glass bowl. And that'll be important in a little bit. Then add 2 cups of brown sugar and pack that cup tight. That's how you measure brown sugar right. And throw in a pinch of kosher salt. Place your bowl over rumbling, boiling water. We're gently heating up the egg whites without making them into scrambled eggs. We want to bring this up to 160 degrees to pasteurize them. This, along with the sugar, will allow this frosting to sit out on the counter for 1 to 2 days after you use it on your cupcakes or your cake. And our cupcakes won't have a chance to dry out in the refrigerator. Refrigerators tend to dry out baked goods, by the way. Look how thick it is. Keep whisking and moving the liquid all around. It'll loosen up a lot. My touchless thermometer comes in handy here, doesn't it? Look, it's ready. Take it off the heat and whisk it to stiff peaks. That'll take about 10 minutes on high speed. And that's stiff peaks. See the mountain peak? And now we just cool it down. Whoa, I'm taking the polar plunge here. You want to cool down the meringue to the same temperature as your butter. For me, that magical number is between 65 and 72. And give it a stir every once in a while. This will take about 20 minutes. This is also a good time to make sure your butter is at room temperature. Chop it up in chunks to help it along. Now, one last temperature check. Yep, throw in a chunk at a time. Throw it in, let it fully whisk in. You can't hurry this process. It's magic. And this is also the part when things often go wrong. It'll deflate and turn a little soupy at first, but it'll eventually come back together. If it's super soupy, almost like liquid after 2 sticks, then your meringue had a hot spot somewhere in there. Put the whole bowl and whisk into the refrigerator to cool it down to that magical number. If it clumps up and looks greasy, then things were too cold. Watch this video here on how to fix that. And here's what it's supposed to look like after half the butter is in. Kind of like soft serve ice cream. And that last chunk, celebrate that. High five! High five! at that, Marina. It came along beautifully. We made it, Captain Breadhook, my friend. Now, let's assemble the crew and have some fun making these spicy cupcakes. So fun. This is so delicious on top of my spicy cupcakes. Watch that video next.